back again. So now we're gonna get into a little politics, baby. And we got Mr. Bernie Sanders. He had to come through after the Democrats, some of the Democrats and the Republicans have actually struck a deal actually yesterday. It came out yesterday all over the news and everything and their blogs and all that. And so, Mr. Bernie had to come out and let us know that how he felt about this whole um deal breaking and voting on what it may do to the country and for the people. So let's get into it. So let's get up. Let me bring Mr. Bernie up. So Mr. Bernie ended up doing a little 1-2 little skit for us and letting us know that this is going to raise the prices of funding the government for just a temporary thing. And he called out 8 of the Democrats that actually voted with this new deal that just went through, short-term deal. And he called out that this is going to raise prices for Medicare and stuff like that, not only food, food and everything. He just said that this was not a good thing. And I actually did a little brief short clip on it yesterday about the deal that they came to, but I didn't get into it. And I said I agree with him on this because actually, I didn't understand why the Democrats actually did this. One thing, I understand that you want to make sure that people who are the citizens who are on the SNAP program are getting the help that they need. But on top of that, that wasn't to me, that was not your job at that point because y'all didn't sign this budget plan that had the government shut down for the last 40 days for a reason because of the healthcare benefits, social security, etc. All the different things that they were trying to take out so they can make sure that the 1% of billionaires get a tax break on what they wanted. The Democrats did. Not the Democrats, I mean the Republicans. So now y'all actually coming to the table and actually working something out for at least 30 days into January, but y'all covered the funding for the SNAP benefit for the whole year into September. It's like that was for Donald Trump and his administration to figure out. The federal judge that actually, 2 of them actually wanted him to make sure that he filled that was the whole point of him doing that. That wasn't for I want to say it wasn't for the Democrats to actually come in and do his job. Donald Trump needed to do his job, him and his administration, because if you call yourself making America great again, you can't if we are suffering, the people. But you out here making sure that all these different countries have billions and billions of dollars. And I don't understand that. But you want your people that you say that put the certain ones that put you back in office, you want to say that you're making it great again. You saying that since you've been in office for almost a year now, Donald Trump, that everything is getting good. Food prices, groceries pricing went down, and it hasn't. Everything has went up. But what Bernie had a good point at that this was not a good thing that they had gave in and went ahead and voted on this. And it's not. But they should have stayed firm on what they were doing. Y'all been doing this shutdown for 40 days, and y'all stuck by what y'all stand for. Y'all was standing up for me. Y'all was standing up, in my opinion, for y'all, not just the people that voted y'all in office, but for all the citizens of the United States. But then y'all do this. So that's just my opinion on that because they have to end up coming back and actually doing a vote on the budget anyway. This is just a temporary thing. So let me know how y'all feel about this whole thing. But there was one more before I get up out of here, and that's Donald Trump. So Donald Trump then actually pardoned Rudy Giuliani and some other people who was involved in attempting to overthrow the election of 2020. I said he's pardoning them. I said, what else he gonna do? Giuliani was his one of his good close Judys. He was gonna make sure he was gonna get Judy out of that. Giuliani. Anybody else. I said, it's just what it is, and I'm not shocked. He do anything to try to get us off of what's going on right now in Washington, D.C. and in the country. But that's all that I got for y'all for today. Thank y'all for tuning in. Tell me how y'all feel about what's going on in politics and in Washington, D.C. And I will get back at y'all later. It's your boy Paul. Bye, y'all.